Hi everyone. Okay, I'm just doing a recording. Okay. Okay, so it's Tuesday and you're watching me, Nikki Yu, also known as Business Trader, and this is the Awesome 10X Global Market Update. It's July 13, 2021. Let's begin. So last night there was a big news about Virgin Galactic's placement. So let's read about it. The stock tanked, the largest drop, 17%, even after a successful moonshot. So let's read the news about Virgin Galactic's placement price. Virgin Galactic placement offering. It's going to be selling $500 million worth of shares, but there isn't actually a price so far on how much that shares will be. So you could see that as of December 18, 2020, Virgin Galactic already filed for a selling of a stock, and it actually fell on that day as well. So during this time, Virgin Galactic was planning to sell as much as 113 million shares, of which 105 million shares and 8 million shares in connection with a private placement. This is as of December 18, 2020. Let's take a look at SPCE shares from 2020 till today. So you could see that from December, that was about here at about $27. And last night, it was already trading nearing $54 pre-market. So that is already double. So if there are plans to actually make a share sale, some people are wondering whether that would be near $27 or near $30, which prompted some selling pressure last night. Take a look at what happened to Space that fell from $49 all the way to $40, a big downturn. However, as you can clearly see from SPCE's chart, it's very difficult to ascertain what the private placement price is. So is 41 really a support, or is it going to be resistance? If the market is assuming that the share price is going to be somewhere here at these midpoint, somewhere from 30 to 35, what I would say to everyone who is actually caught in a long term, in a long side here at a high price, what you could do is the following things. For the next 6 months, it's likely that the shares will actually stall. So you can actually now ascertain that you can actually already sell high call strikes. For example, a 6-month sell strike, say January 2021 or January 2022 or December 2021, find a 10% yield somewhere at about $70 to $80 strikes. That's one way to actually mitigate your drawdown. Another potential idea is, of course, if we are already aware of what Virgin Galactic share price placement would be, you can then initiate a buy area where it's really going to be supported at. Is it going to be supported here at $30? Or is it going to be supported here at $35? So as we don't know which supports there will be, it's still a question mark. We do know that this share placement is a positive thing given that we just validated the potential for commercial space tourism. Virgin Galactic right now is trading at $10 billion market cap. And another news story is that Elon Musk signed up to actually go to space with Branson. In fact, prior to Richard Branson going to space, he was actually visited by Elon Musk himself. So the camaraderie of SpaceX and Virgin Galactic cannot be said to be a little thing. That's why it's a good thing. Now let's discuss a few more things. Last night, other than Virgin Galactic, your DDD systems actually fell a magnanimous 9% last night, prompting some people to wonder why 3D systems fell 10% last night without any news. So because there's no news on this drop, we would ascertain that the drop is probably catalyzed simply by people just sad about the movement on space, SPCE, and perhaps it translated to other additive manufacturing companies as well. Nonetheless, it should be noted that 3D Systems is actually in a very bullish uptrend, and you could see that from as low as $5 here to as high as 56, this drop neared $16 and a move from 16 all the way to about $40 is simply what you would still say as part of a profit-taking zone. So assuming that this profit-taking continues further, you will see a support here at 27 and 28. Now, it should be noted, DDD is working with CollPlant. Ticker symbol of CollPlant is CLGN. CollPlant Biotechnologies is a regenerative medicine company that should be noted for their bioprinting. So let's go to the CollPlantTechnology.com just to see the events that are up in line for 3D systems. So CollPlant.com is in a new era in regenerative medicine. It's a regenerative and aesthetic medicine company developing innovative technologies, products for tissue regeneration and organ manufacturing. Here in this picture, you can see actually a breast tissue that's going to be a part of the breast reconstruction with 3D printing systems. So their vision is to be the leader, helping people live longer and better through their innovative collagen technology. Let's watch this 2-minute version together about this RH collagen, the ideal building block for regenerative medicine. So far, they have 2,000 clinical experience with patients, two regenerative medicine consortiums, 12 peer-reviewed publications, and 11 patent filing families filed. Watch this. So CollPlant is revolutionizing tissue repair by the use of tobacco leaves that are purified, and they actually engineer it in such a way that you've got the recombinant human type 1 collagen or the RH collagen, identical to the collagen produced by the human body. So actually, collagen is also seen to be used in Cellularity, one of the companies that we are taking a look at for stem cell research and also longer lives. So with them, they're using placenta from after a child is born. There's that placenta that's actually being used for that stem cell research. Okay, so for Cellularity. You can take a look at this soft tissue bioprinting, as the advent of bioprinting is already here for an unlimited supply of tissues and organs. RH collagen-based bioinks are ideal for 3D bioprinting, leveraging on the unique properties of our bioinks or biomaterials known as RH collagen. It's aimed to develop 3D bioprinting of tissues, organs, and medical aesthetics. Let's watch this one, soft tissue bioprinting. This is for breast reconstruction surgeries for cancer patients. So they're working on it with 3D printing systems. You can see that. Basically, it's still made out of plants, tobacco leaves. Okay, that's it. Very simple. Now, we see that they have a lot of pipeline, medical aesthetics. RH Collagen is offering numerous opportunities in medical aesthetics, from breast implants to dermal fillers, such as, and take a look at it, learn more. So they've got these following partners: Stem Cell Technologies, 3D Systems. You could see that they are also showing record revenues of $14 million for CollPlant Biotechnologies, with a plan of listing in the NASDAQ global market. You could see that these biotech firms are actually hitting all-time highs for CLGN for their breast tissue work and medical aesthetics field. In terms of medical aesthetics, there's a lot of companies to actually take a look at. Let's take a look at what's happening in InMode. So you're seeing that InMode is actually the company that we said is in the Philippines. We are familiar with the Bello Group, Bello Medical Group. Vicky Bello is known, the doctor Vicky Bello is known for medical aesthetics in the Philippines. In US, worldwide, they actually have InMode, which is the non-invasive surgery. A lot of medical aesthetics practitioners order machines from InMode for liposuction, for all the kinds of non-invasive surgery to promote wellness and health. You could see that this stock has been moving ever since the corona pandemic of lows of $14. It's now nearing $108, just to suggest to you that medical aesthetics as a field is very much in a long-term uptrend. Another thing to also say is because we're using plants, last night Seed or Origin Agritech. This is the genetic medicine used for corn, genetically modified corn for China. So far, take a look at that. That was a 40% increase last night from about 9 all the way to 14. We note that Seed and Calyx are actually doing such a good thing for food security. Take note as well with Calyx, CLXT, it's now trading at 492. It's also in a bullish flag with companies actually racing to supply food security for us. For our Origin Agritech, let me read to you the exact news on that. It is a Chinese company that has been very much successful in the realm of corn and was already approved by China for consumption. Origin Agritech. I'll read to you the exact news from their official Twitter account. Okay, so as of July 9, the new update last week from the Communist Party is that Xi Jinping spoke of the importance of promoting Chinese seed industry, including a mandate to speed up the implementation of major scientific and tech projects in agricultural biological breeding, or GMO. So relative to that news, the best one in beneficiary would be Origin Agritech. Also, take a look. We have a new website as part of our ongoing initiative to better communicate with all of our shareholders. I think you'll like it. We will like it. Origin Agritech, Feed the Future. So let's read this new English format website for those who are non-Chinese. So top quality custom agricultural solutions, our industry-leading research and production facilities are providing the highest standards of seed and grain solutions. So our technology and innovation by the numbers, China's evolving food demand is driven by Agritech's research-driven agricultural solutions, specifically their solution for corn. So Geng Chen Han is the CEO and chairman and also a scientist. So far, they've done 200,000 plus germplasm pool, 4 GMO traits, and 100 GMO corn hybrids. These are all safe to eat. Providing value to our customers through our ongoing product innovation. They have the GMO and they have hybrid seeds that are more resistant to drought. They have the long and proven track record of agricultural innovation addressing the world's evolving food security demands. And they've got strategic partnerships. Let's read through their partners and their biodegradable products as well. So in 2019, the amount of corn consumed in China has reached 300 million metric tons, which equals about $86 billion. 97% of which was used as animal feeds and industrial materials. So the reason why you want to feed a lot of corn is because you need it for chicken and a lot of, mostly chicken. Okay, so strategic alliance for GMO biotech. So you're seeing that the Chinese Academy of Agricultural Science, China's National Maize Improvement Center, they've got a strong relationship with them in the past 10 years. They're also a pioneer of DuPont since 2016 with licensing agreements. They're also a KWS SAT SE in 2017. They're also an R&D partner for Peking University, for all the universities in China, Chinese Academy of Sciences, Guizhou University, Henan Agricultural University, and so forth. For conventional breeding, Origin Agritech established tech cooperation with top universities and research entities in China, including Peking University, China Agricultural University, Henan Agricultural University, Chinese Academy of Science, China Academy of Agricultural Science, Liaoning Agricultural Academy, Yunnan Agricultural Academy, Quito Agricultural Academy of Science, Chilean Agricultural Academy of Science. In biotech, Origin has also cooperated with Institute of Microbiology at Chinese Academy of Science, are undertaking Beijing's significant high-tech achievement transformation projects. This is the transformation of glutamate dehydrogenase gene of fungus into maize. These cooperations are laying an important foundation for improving our research capability, enabling us to move our products into the marketplace. So let's read more in their news filings. So you could see they have 4 products so far: corn seeds, soybean seeds, canola seeds, and rice seeds. Let's read also their PDFs. Yeah. Okay, let's read the news. News releases. All right, just the new website. Okay, there's this memorandum of agreement with the Supreme Court of China, signing a memorandum of cooperation promoting the close integration of administrative, law enforcement, and justice to jointly strengthen the protection of IP in the seed industry. Okay, so they've developed a huge bank of germplasms coming out of 20 years of hybrid corn breeding, and China is promising to promote further stable grain production and food security. So the Chinese cabinet on Thursday said they will stabilize wheat, rice minimum purchase prices, improving subsidies for soybean and corn production in a bid to promote grain output and boost grain security. So the expensive corn means that they would need more and more of these GMO corn seeds from SEED. Okay, so that's one solution in this budding agricultural business. Take note that last night also Agrify, which is an indoor farming solution, continued stronger. So this was actually rising from as low as $13 to as high as $17, only to get some profit taking. Although we like Agrify, I'd have to say that at $15 all the way to $20, this might rise even as high as $20. But this has to be seen as still a resistance zone. We were very bullish, especially below 10. However, at 15 above, we have to be more careful that there might be some profit taking on the way. Nonetheless, I'm happy to say that the market is very much appreciative of all the agricultural solutions happening in the world. And we're seeing a strong surge in interest in many companies in involving indoor farming in most of their food security solutions. Also, last night, we can see a strong movement in the entire solar companies. So last night, you could see SunPower was very strong, and it's still on the way up to about 35 or 45. So you can see the first resistance is 35, and then 36, and then 46. So it's an uptrend with dips being bought for SunPower. Can also see the same thing happening for Canadian Solar, also in an uptrend. Could say the same for Sunrun, also in an uptrend. Same for First Solar, also in an uptrend. All of the solar companies are going up. Take note as well, even Jinko Solar also up. Even 968 Sinyu Solar also up. Another thing to share is that today we saw some Chinese stocks actually bounce back despite heavy regulatory sell-off concerns. So you can see that Tencent fell already from as high as 770 all the way nearing half point at about $500 or down 30%. So far, it has trimmed the losses back to about 550, from 520 to 550, but still a lot of resistance pressures here today at 566 to 600. So although a rally on Tencent could happen and materialize because of the upcoming second quarter earnings results, we do believe that there might be temporary resistance here at these levels, specifically at $600. Nonetheless, it's a happy reprieve to see 700 going up. Let's take a look as well in Chinese cars. You're seeing actually Chinese cars go up. Geely Auto's Polestar spin-off is going to have a SPAC, and they found Gores to actually be that Gores Guggenheim, GGPI, is going to be the spin-off for Polestar, which is a subsidiary of Geely Auto. So you can see that the company has already rose from 980 to 1026, the GGPI SPAC. GGPI warrants, let's take a look as well, also strong from 120 even to as high as $3.20 to show to you a 200% increase on the back of this super good news of Polestar. So for those who aren't aware who Polestar is, so this is actually a European car I'm going to show to you. Polestar is a Swedish automotive brand established in 1996 by Volvo Cars partner Flash. Polestar Racing, acquired in 2015 by Geely Auto. Geely describes this brand as independent, 2017 onwards, and co-owned by it and Volvo Cars. So the CEO is Thomas Ingenlath. He is the headquarters are in Sweden, founded in 1996 with the parent organization as Zhejiang Geely Holdings Group. Let's take a look at Polestar. Is an electric performance car brand unlike any other. So this is the car. It's an advanced electric fastback. You could see, you can explore the website for yourself to see that they are also in production in America. Their aerodynamic all-electric SUV is going to be produced in their home market, United States. You can discover that it's 100% electric. This is part of the advent of electric car revolution, the only car you can buy with art. So all you need is your phone. You can buy it from the app, and let's watch it.
To leave a mark.
Okay, please.
To be remembered for your contribution to the world. Isn't that what we all strive for? What if that contribution is nothing? Zero. You'd be surprised how hard that is to achieve. Trying to improve every day to be a better version of yourself for the sake of contributing nothing. Zero. It's the greatest impact you can have on the environment. And while we all have our own definition of success, let's agree on this. It's not always our personal achievement that matters most, but the mark we leave on the way there.
So basically, they are highlighting zero emissions, which is what all 100% electric cars are capable of. So you could see that these are all designs by Sweden. Polestar is an electric performance car brand unlike any other. We say goodbye to normal. We share the technology and engineering expertise with the Volvo car group, and yet we go our own way. So this is actually an astonishing car. You can check it out yourself. And you already can see the flurry of good news happening with GGPI warrants going 100%. You could see any drops of GGPI warrants to be actually continually bought by the market. Another news to share to you as of last night is that while renewable energy as a whole is growing and doing well, I'd say that take a look as well, even with wind farms. So let's take a look at the contributors. So far, in terms of wind turbines, you need a lot of steel. Let's take a look at ArcelorMittal. Could see that ArcelorMittal, actually the miners have been rising as a whole despite the strengthened dollar, which you would actually say is good to see that that is a certification that people are still liking all the lithium miners and all the steel miners, all part of the energy solution. Because you have to understand that 20% of all the emissions right now are contributed by the heavy industrial processes made to forge the steel and all these company and all the metals that we need in the world. So you could see that one is a reason why ArcelorMittal right now is advancing and making a solution to Earth by having zero emission partnerships with Heliogen. Heliogen is a SPAC now with Athena, ATHN. So Athena Technology, we're taking a look at the warrants of Athena Technology. So we want to get into $1.20. They call themselves the Sunlight Refinery. So this Sunlight Refinery is going to be using multiple mirrors, all concentrating the solar energy into one situation to melt a metal. So far, they're doing that with Rio Tinto's mines, and they're going to prove that first Sunlight Refinery in the US to actually handle in many parts of the country and eventually the world. It's an interesting solution that even won the first prize in the energy category last year, backed by several luminaries from the likes of Bill Gates, from the likes of very good venture capitalists, I would say. So this one is going to list in the market with a $2 billion valuation, but with a trillion economy in a climate change environment, I think it's something good for you guys to watch out on. So in terms of miners, as I said, lithium is doing so well because of the advent of electric vehicles. Because so far, the only way that we can store all of our energy is through batteries. So battery storage would need a lot of lithium, 80% lithium ion batteries. And so it's actually generating strength on your lithium, LTHM, strength on your Albemarle, still strong, now hitting $190, your Albemarle. You're also seeing, of course, 1772 Organfeng lithium. So as a whole, almost all of your Chinese lithium and Chile lithium going up, that's actually a testament to the increasing use of batteries. In terms of batteries, while people might not yet believe in QuantumScape, I'd say that at these levels, $24, it's also a solution to that battery generation. Also, take a look at Freyr Battery, which is actually a new SPAC that recently listed in the market. From about $10, it has fallen down to about $8. We would argue that this green energy battery is going to be a solution in a worldwide climate change formation. And you might actually take a look because while it's low at $8, you want to get in. Just like what we said about Agrify when it was trading at 7, below 10, we wanted you to buy. We want you to get the companies way before they go double. And this is a company that you might want to check out. There's actually a company this week, this coming month, AONE is going to be Markforged. And we argue that among the additive manufacturing, there is a lot of solution happening. And what's propelling the solution for most of the additive manufacturing companies is relatively two industries: the electric vehicle industry, automotives especially, and then of course the healthcare industry. In terms of and then you can add space, but space is still small right now in terms of using in terms of commercialization. So with cars, we could say that Markforged is an interesting company to study. AONE is going to list in the market and change their name. So let's read more about Markforged. This is a company that is already going to change name by this month. Let's read this. Markforged is going to be publicly listed through AONE. They're reinventing manufacturing. They will have an approximate equity valuation of $2 billion. And the business combination is going to be funded and managed by Baron Capital Group, BlackRock, Miller Valley Partners, Wasatch Global Investors, Wellington Management, Porsche Automobile, Microsoft's venture fund, and existing Markforged shareholders. The ticker symbol will now become MKFG, Markforged. It's expected to combine this summer of 2021. I'm gonna check out the exact date for MKFG. So Markforged is an AI-powered and intuitive additive manufacturing platform delivering tangible value to customers, solving demanding applications across all the key verticals, including industrial automation, aerospace, military and defense, space exploration, healthcare, medical, and automotive. The platform is combining precise, reliable 3D printers with industrial-grade materials and cloud-based machine learning software while saving time and money so that you can create more agile supply chains. Invented a new industrial-grade process replacing traditional manufacturing plastic, steel, aluminum, and use parts with easy-to-print metal and company's proprietary continuous carbon fiber reinforced CFR composites. This solution is powered by an integrated modern software platform, continuously updating and learning via AI, driving faster innovation and deployment. As adoption of these technologies will continue to spread across a $13 trillion global manufacturing industry, this company, Markforged, is well positioned to become a critical partner to leading manufacturers of the future. So far, they've got more than 170 issued and pending patents with a full suite of industrial and professional grade printers. Okay, they've got a strong track record. They already have 10,000 facilities across 70 countries. They've printed more than 10 million parts across the entire development life cycle. Markforged has a proven operating model, a strong track record of growth since inception, and approximately $70 million in 2020. So they represent a large growing market. The industry has been growing from $2 billion to $18 billion from 2012 to 2021, or a 10x move. And it's projected to grow another 10x in the next 10 years. An additive technology is maturing in its ability to create cost-effective end-use parts. Industry growth is driven largely by acceleration of existing supply chain consolidation and reshoring trends. CEO of Markforged, Shai Terem, said, "Our mission and vision is to reinvent manufacturing, bringing the power and agility of connected software to the world of industrial manufacturing. We are at the forefront of additive manufacturing industry, enabling us to build and our incredible momentum." Okay, so let's take a look at the dates, and let's go to their investors website first. And they're also participating in many discussions with the Digital Forge. It's a DSPAC webcast. We'll take a look at this. It's this Q&A, which is an hour. That happened June 29. I'll see whether it's online already. So yeah, this is a good company that will change name this month. As of the recent filings, their revenues are up 15%, and they look to finalize their SPAC merger. So far, they generated $20 million in revenue. They're seeing growing demand for their Digital Forge platform and their AI-powered blacksmith software. Their CEO is saying that they're expanding their global partner networks. So far, they added a global partner such as Philips with a strong HAAS footprint and who is a manufacturing-focused reseller. The addition of seasoned leaders such as Mark Schwartz, Ken Clayton speaks volumes to our ability to scale, meeting the requirement of our customers, partners, and investors. So this is the Markforged print form of Markforged 3D printers. Financials, you could see the hardware is growing 15%, consumables growing 11%, services 27%, for a total revenue increase of 15%. Okay, so the company's move is, of course, a string of other SPAC mergers by 3D printing firms. You've got Desktop Metal, you've got Rocket Labs, you've got Redwire, which is also in the space category, Rocket Labs, Velo 3D. So a lot of these 3D printing and space-related names are all usually hand in hand together. Let's go to the calendar for your SPAC track on calendars to see the events coming out this month. And also this month, you've got a lot of earnings. So let's take a look at those earnings as well. So July 13, that would be tonight. AONE is going to approve. So that will be tonight already. So let's take a look at how Markforged will do after it changes its name. The ones that I am interested in is Markforged, GXGX for Cellularity SPAC, Hyzon Motors, yes, Matterport, Arrival. Yeah, these are all interesting companies. In terms of movement last night, I could say that all of the electric firms are generally getting some buyers. So you might want to check out whether Too Simple here at $50 or $40 could get some buyers. The dip can actually be an opportunistic entry for Too Simple, TSP. That is a counterpart of the self-driving trucks like Rivian. So take a look as well in this company. So last night, movement on FUV was very strong. It was up 14.8. You could see the general trajectory of electric sector and electric vehicles are very much strong. Even your NIO, even your Tesla, even your XPeng. So NIO actually rose already from a low $43 to $46. Looks to go higher. Any dips is still continually being bought. Could see Tesla is also going up last night from about as low as 630 to 685. With continuous strength, could go to 730, especially after announcement of the plaid mode. Of course, there's also news on XPeng generating a listing in Hong Kong. So far, XPeng is trading here at $39.80. It is still a higher low compared to $30 and the $20 that it was in about 2 months ago. So in general, I think Chinese cars as a whole is in an uptrend. Although there was some selling pressure last night, particularly on some 3D printing names such as 3D Systems and Virgin Galactic, which is space, I'd argue that those are perhaps isolated for those specific companies. For 3D printing systems, we don't see a news front on the drop of 9%. With Virgin Galactic, it's a placement. It's the uncertainty of how much the share price would be on this share place. But there's actually positive things happening as well with Virgin Galactic. With the successful commercialization and proven validation, I'd say that next month and next week, especially next week when Blue Origin goes out with Jeff Bezos to space, we are going to see many companies, and in fact, even your celebrities will go to space, such as Justin Bieber, Elon Musk, of course. So these are interesting times we are living in. Welcome to the new normal. We are in the space era. And investing in these 3D printing companies, investing in space-related names would be an interesting part of your portfolio. I'd say that so far, the market is very much receptive on space-related names, especially the space telecommunication satellites. Take a look at Global Star. Last night was up 1.79 from a low of 1.5 a few days ago, which tells you that the market is very much in an uptrend for these satellite plays. GSAT, ESTL, Space Mobile is still continuously strong. So you could see that this went from 12 all the way to 14. Any dips are still continually being bought for AST Space Mobile. These are all uptrends in nature. So whether you can hold on to as high as $25 or $30, it's really up to you and your patience already. Okay, so let's now see on any comments. Hello, I like your thoughts. What are your thoughts on CRTD? I never studied CRTD, however. So what is CRTD? Is this a biotech firm? CRTD? Created. Oh, so maybe this is a 3D printing company. Wow, strong volume. Let me see. What is this? I haven't studied it. Created stock. Is this a penny stock though? CRTD stock. $5.58, 1999, created partners, vocal for brands, subsidiaries. What's this company? Oh, it's too small. It's a market cap of $100 million. So most likely their sales are very low too. Unfortunately, I don't do studies at these levels so far, so I can't say much. Can't say much about this name, created. Strong volume from a technical sense, very strong movement. But I'm not sure what it is about. And usually strong movements like that are also pump and dump companies. From $50, it fell to $5. I'm not quite sure what exactly is happening to Created. Sorry, not something that we study about. Your thoughts on Romeo. So RMO is Romeo Batteries. To be honest, when they listed in the market, I wasn't impressed in them. So I wasn't actually a buyer even when they were 10. So even when they hit 40, I was not really believing Romeo Power. At 7, it looks like this one is stuck in a trading range from 7 to 10. But this has no priority for me in terms of batteries. I believe in more, for batteries, I'll go for QuantumScape solid state. And then I'll go for batteries like BYD 1211, CAT-L, so the usuals. Well, if we can invest in Northvolt and so Freyer. So I have more of a bias on these names. I would avoid RMO. Just me, personally. I studied their investor deck. I wasn't that impressed. ASEN, AllHC, APL, those are actually Philippine companies. But among those three, we only advertise ASEN since 2 peso. So far, ASEN is at 9 peso, just a function of solar trends in general. So everybody knows that solar is the cheapest electricity today, 2 cents to 3 cents. And we are very bullish on solar companies in general, all throughout the world, but particularly mostly in the US. So our top picks still are solar industry. So we still believe actually that Sunrun, SunPower, Canadian Solar, Jinko Solar, well, as a whole, they should be beneficiaries over the long term. So with these 3 names that you mentioned, I'd only say that we only advertised ASEN publicly. The rest, we didn't really discuss them. Okay, so thank you very much for listening, watching Awesome 10X Global Market Update. See you again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.